December program is kind of a Mozart sandwich, beginning with his ballet music from Idomeneo, one of his early operas, and ending with Symphony No. 36, known as Linz, which he wrote when he was visiting Linz. In fact, I was reading about this recently, and I learned that he visited Linz without having brought a symphony with him, which was unheard of for him. He always traveled with a couple of piano concertos, a symphony, maybe some chamber music that he could perform while he was there. But he forgot to bring a symphony along with him, so he had to write one. He wrote it very quickly. Despite the fact that it was written so quickly, however, it really is one of his most wonderful and most mature symphonies, at least from that period. In between those two Mozart pieces, we have an oboe concerto by Richard Strauss, the great German composer, written very late in his life, in the 1940s actually. I think the Strauss concerto is very much modeled on Mozart actually. At the time, this is very late in Strauss's life, he was writing a lot of wind music. He wrote these huge pieces that Orpheus has recorded before. They're called sonatinas for some reason, but they're huge wind pieces. They're large groups of winds. And they were modeled, he said himself, he was modeling them after the Mozart serenades for 8 winds, and also the Grand Partita, which was written for a greater number, I think 13 winds. So I think that an audience will experience the Strauss concerto as sounding more like a serenade, more like really like a Mozart accompaniment, and yet in a romantic vein. It's going to sound like romantic music, but much more transparent. And I think that's what's so lovely about the piece, is its transparency, that the oboist is always heard, there's never a problem with balance, and yet you hear the participants in the orchestra with equal clarity. I think that's a wonderful thing about that particular piece. We're very fortunate to have Albrecht Mayer joining us for the Strauss oboe concerto this time. We haven't performed with him before. We're really looking forward to playing with him. He's the principal oboist of the Berlin Philharmonic, which is a major orchestra and a major position in that major orchestra. And it's very exciting for us to have him come and join us in Carnegie Hall for this particular piece, and wherever we take it. And then after intermission, we begin the second half with the 8 instrumental miniatures by Igor Stravinsky. 8 short works written for 15 players, but began its life as a piano piece called The 5 Fingers, which he wrote as a children's piece, where each finger of a child's hand represents one particular note. One of the really wonderful things about Orpheus is that that element of distance is gone. The audience really has direct view of how the music is being made by the musicians. There's nobody standing in the way. You'll see the signals being given by the musicians. You'll see, because the musicians have to listen so intensively, so carefully to each other, you'll see a lot of interaction. You'll see occasionally a smile between key players, or you'll see a group of the orchestra light up all of a sudden. I think in general in Orpheus concert you get a different kind of energy. It's an energy you can often really feel as an audience member.